I think he's been exposed to a lot. I think him being in school for 4 years and then putting in that time and having to persevere and wait his turn behind a Jalen Hurts, behind a Tua, and then he got his opportunity. He made the most of it. I think he's seen a lot from the defensive side of the ball, whether it was at practice or in game, and he had to compete at a really high level in the SEC. I think he's in a great position to go and compete. And like I've said earlier, now it's time to perform. You got to put in the work, and you got to let your play speak for itself.
All right, Brian Westbrook, who do you think should start Week 1 for the New England Patriots, Mac Jones or Cam Newton?
Well, first of all, Jenna, I would expect my offensive coordinator, my college offensive coordinator, who I led to a national championship, to say exactly that. So I'm not surprised by those comments. But to me, the starter should be Cam Newton, unless Mac Jones just comes in and lights things up and wows you in training camp. And I actually was a part of this experience my last year in Philadelphia. LaShawn McCoy came in and wowed people in training camp. And literally the only reason why I started was because Andy Reid has so much confidence in me, and I was the incumbent there, or LaShawn McCoy certainly should have started there. But there's two reasons why Cam should be the starter. Number one, if you start Cam and he struggles, now Mac Jones comes in and replaces him, and he comes in as the savior, opposed to Mac Jones starting and he struggles and Cam comes in. At that point, you could certainly ruin Mac Jones's confidence for this year and the seasons to come. Right. The other part, and the reason why you think that I think that Cam should start is because I think New England was a lot closer than the records show. They ended up 7-9 last year. They had the most COVID opt-outs. Cam actually had COVID. And then you talk about no offensive weapons. This offseason, you get the COVID guys back. This is Cam's second year in this offense. He's much more fluent, much better at the quarterback position. And you've replenished the shelves with offensive weapons through free agency. Now you have a much better football team that certainly could be competing for that division title if something happens in Buffalo and they slip up just a little bit. So to me, you're a lot closer than you think, and you want to go with the veteran in that situation opposed to the rookie Mac Jones.
Yeah, I mean, the answer is Cam Newton, and it's because, Cam Newton has an offseason now, and I'm banking on Cam Newton being healthy, 1, and 2, working on the fundamentals. I keep talking about this. Every time we talk about Cam Newton and what does he need to get to the next level. This game right here, I always go to the Miami Dolphins game. I didn't even know you guys were going to roll this. You probably won't roll the film. You guys are showing the run plays. But when he's setting protection at the line of scrimmage, that's where the game is won and lost. At the quarterback position, you got to be able to say 54 is the mic. You got to know where your threats are, who's coming, who you're hot off. In that Miami game, just watch that. He has free hitters coming smacking him play after play after play. You've never seen the New England Patriots in that type of situation. Tom Brady was always protected. 1, they had a decent offensive lineman, a really good offensive line play. And 2, just their scheme up front is just so sophisticated it makes sense. That showed that he didn't have the offense down because that's fundamentals. And then when you see him drop back and people are talking about, well, look at his arm. Well, he never had a sexy, release when it comes to his arm, and he never was a guy that threw for 5,000 yards. But what you do see is Cam Newton. You can fix your drop back. You can fix your feet in the pocket. You can fix making sure that you're keeping your eyes down the field as you're stepping up in the pocket. He wasn't doing those things, and now he is back with his coach Whitfield out in California, wherever they're at, training and working on the fundamentals. I know for a fact that the New England Patriots called around to a couple quarterback gurus and said, we believe in Cam Newton, but he just needs to fix the fundamentals. Now, Coach Steve Sarkisian, I believe what he said. We've said this. Mac Jones is pro-ready. But is he ready right now? No. But Mac Jones can absolutely ball. This is a guy that when you really break down his film, there's 2 things that we talk about. Oh, look at his body. So we want to body shame, the quarterback. Bad body, bad body. Well, hell, 75% of the quarterbacks in the National Football League got bad bodies. And the second thing that we talk about with Mac Jones is look at all the talent around Mac Jones. He has the top wide receivers, the top offensive linemen, the top head coaches. Well, that is your job as an owner and a general manager, is to surround your players with the talent they need to go get the job done. Cam Newton is a starter, but Mac Jones, if he, he's right there on his tail. If he slips up, he's going to come in and he's going to play well.
Okay, so here's why Cam is starting, Brandon. Because Bill Belichick said, Cam is our starter. And unlike other organizations where you feel around, it's confusing, we got a believe in Bill. If Bill says it, that's what it is. So Cam is going to start. But Nick, this is not last year. Cam is more akin to the NCAA tournament. One loss and you're gone. Cam got COVID, still kept his starting job. Saw the Chiefs game with Brian Hoyer gets in there and makes mental mistakes, you're out. Jarrett Stidham comes in, throws the ball to the wrong team, you're out. Cam got benched a few times and always kept his starting job. And that was media narrative-wise like, Bill loves Cam. Bill believes in Cam. Cam's a great leader. I think all those things are true.
There were no other options.
I also think the backups were terrible. So they were. So now that we have Mac Jones there, if Cam stumbles and starts throwing the ball into the ground or throws up a few 74-yard games, it's going to be Mac Jones time.
There you go. You nailed it. So I think you were speaking euphemistically when you said one and done. I don't think as soon as he loses a game, they're just itching to pull him. But if Cam looks like Cam looked last year, Mac Jones is going to be the starter for weeks, 15 through 17, and probably far earlier, but not week 1. I think it would take a shocking turn of events other than an injury for anyone other than Cam to start week 1. But I also think the Patriots, listen, the Patriots were alive for the playoffs with a month left in the season last year. So I think they expect to compete for the playoffs, compete for the division this year.
That's right.
If Cam is struggling and doesn't look right, Jenna, then I do think they have a far easier option to replace him with Mac Jones. But I do not expect Mac Jones to start week 1.
All right, let's set that aside. We got to get back to our top story, and that is Aaron Rodgers. Is Rodgers possibly being petty with all the drama unfolding?